Hey, what's up, guys? Recently, we subscribed to the Blocks magazine, which is a monthly LEGO related magazine. So we subscribed to it in January of 2020. That's why I've got the January edition right here. I did read that and really enjoyed it, so I thought that when the next edition comes out, which will be the February one, I would hold off reading it so I can make a video out of it and react to it and give my thoughts and feelings as I go through it. So I haven't read the February edition yet, but that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's get straight into it. So this is the February's front cover edition. It's Batman themed, which looks really nice. It's got the new Batmobile in the background, which looks great. It's also got on the sides a few kind of teasers of what's going to be inside. So it's going to have something to do with the Will Arnett and the Lego Masters TV show in the US. And it's also going to have facts and things which are coming up for Lego in 2020, which is going to be really interesting to find out. So this is like the contents page. It's going to have some general LEGO talk. It's going to talk about the new bookshop, which was released in January 2020, which we do have. I haven't built that up yet, but that'll be quite interesting to see what they have to say on it and what their take is. It also looks like it's going to be talking about how the LEGO group has affected Bricklink, because if you wasn't aware, LEGO recently did buy Bricklink, and they have made a few changes. So down here we've got a quite interesting fact. The yellow trees are actually inspired from New York, and also the build itself was inspired by a dollhouse built by the designer's mum, I presume. Which that's quite interesting. Like, who would have thought that this got the inspiration from a dollhouse? That's quite unique. That's quite cool. So this bit is where they're talking about how LEGO has bought out Bricklink. And it's got some facts about Bricklink. It's got like over 1.1 million members, spanning across 70 different countries, which is just insane. There's over 600 million items on sale and over 10,000 sellers. So down here, there's a statement from the Chief Marketing Officer, Julia Goldin, and they are saying that they're going to maintain the marketplace in the way that it was basically. So down here, it looks like she's just said that it's exciting new experiences and it's going to be something new. Although the writer has said that they don't believe that LEGO did buy this out of the goodness of their hearts, and that they're probably going to be taking away some profit, as quite a lot of people just buy sets to sell them once they're retired and make a profit on them, and LEGO was never like that. So maybe they're going to be stopping that somehow, but we're not too sure exactly what they're going to be doing with it. So up here it's saying, is anything going to change? And they're saying that nothing's going to change straight away, although LEGO has updated the terms of services already, which was very quick. But down here it's saying that part of that terms of service is saying that you can no longer sell custom printed or engraved, painted or chromed elements, and custom sets can't be obtained modified parts. So it's basically saying that you can only sell genuine LEGO parts which haven't been customized by the seller, which that's kind of a shame, because there was some really cool printed pieces and chromed pieces. That was a really nice part of Bricklink, and that was kind of like the only place where you get them, and it's kind of a shame that they've actually taken that away. They've also changed it so you can't sell sets before the official release date. So say a set's release date is the 17th of February, you can't sell that set on Bricklink before the 17th of February, which I completely understand that, because it's stopping selling sets before they've actually come out. So I don't have an issue with that. That's kind of what you'd expect LEGO to do. So down here is possibly the most important part. They're talking about, will the prices be affected? But it looks like the Chief Marketing Officer has said that the prices will remain consistent, and they will that they are going to be seeking to remain the marketplace in a way that is competitively robust and will continue to allow sellers to operate as they were doing already. So what she's basically saying there is that prices aren't something that they're going to be affecting, which that's obviously really good, because it won't affect sellers too bad, hopefully. Although it does look like they're saying that restricting what can already be sold does sound like a contradiction to the statement, which is true, because they have banned custom pieces and modified pieces from being sold. So it will affect some sellers, but just sellers who are selling genuine, unmodified parts shouldn't be affected too bad from this, which is good. So down here, they're talking about the police or city theme, which after a couple of years of the police sub-themes, so they kind of had some like obscure kind of police themes. I think they had some in mountains a bit ago and stuff like that. It does seem like they've gone back to their basics, is what they're saying here, and that they're just returning to the regular. But apparently they are targeting the 4+ crowd, which that may upset some A4 LEGO City fans, as they obviously aren't going to be wanting sets which are targeted towards 4-year-olds, which, yeah, that kind of sucks for them people. But so down here, it looks like they're talking about how the Star Wars sets are just the same thing over and over and over again. It's like they're saying here, it's another Snowspeeder, another Landspeeder, another X-Wing, and it's just all the same stuff, and that's kind of what they're talking about here. And they're saying how frequently kind of each set's being released, and like we saw a Landspeeder in 2017, we've just got another one. We saw an X-Wing in 2018, we've got another one. We had a Snowspeeder last year, we've got another one. And that's kind of what they're talking about, which, yeah, we kind of need something new. But then it's like, what is that? Because they've only got the Star Wars films to go off, so it's kind of a difficult situation that they're in. But that's what they're talking about there, about how Star Wars is just the same thing over and over again with the sets. So they're talking down here about the Christmas X-Wing, and this was a gift to LEGO employees, I believe. And it was a really sought after set. It was very expensive if you wanted to get it. Yeah, down here it's saying it cost around £300 for just that, which, wow. So they're talking here about Denlug, which is a Denver-based lug, and they're kind of just talking to, I'm not sure who it is, it might be the kind of founder of it, but they're just talking about how, what's like your favourite part of being in a lug, and they're saying here it's about the community and just being kind of together and just being a team. And this looks like quite an interesting kind of mini interview, which I'll definitely have a closer read later on. So they're talking here about why does LEGO make so many large scale sets, and they're saying here that prior to 2005 there was never more than 10 sets that had over 1,000 pieces each year, but since 2015 that number's been going up to like above 20, which is insane. Just to see how much it's changed, but I think that's a good thing, because I really like the big scale sets. Like, I'm not talking, the UCS Falcon and things like that. I'm just talking about sets that cost £100, things like that, which are quite big sets and the builds are really good. And I like that. I think I welcome that. I'll welcome as many of them as they can put out. But then I do see the other side to it, as obviously kids are kind of losing out on smaller scale sets because LEGO are more focused on pumping out these 1,000 plus piece sets, which I kind of see both sides to it. I mean, for me, it's an advantage that they're putting out these bigger sets, but then I also see that it is a negative for the kids. But so here they're talking about where is the Mandalorian. The series was so good and fans loved it, but we only got one medium scale set. It was really strange why we didn't get more sets. I guess they couldn't have predicted how well The Mandalorian was received, but I think it would have made so much more sense if they made more sets, as even if The Mandalorian wasn't well received, people would probably still buy the sets as people just eat up Star Wars sets, whether they like the films or the series or not. But hopefully, as the Series 2 comes out mid-summer 2020, I believe, I might be wrong with that date, but there's definitely a series coming out towards the end of 2020. And hopefully we will get more sets, as LEGO will probably be less reluctant to do more sets as they know that people are really enjoying The Mandalorian. So hopefully we will get more later down the line. They've also got a review on the wooden minifig, which was stupidly overpriced in my opinion. It was £110 for that, which is just way too much. But they're also saying that it's plain and just undecorating and it just doesn't look appealing, which I kind of agree. I mean, I guess it's cool when it's in this kind of like classic wooden kind of style, but then it would have been great to see it like have colour and vibrance to it. But they definitely need to bring that price point down quite a bit. So here it looks like they're talking about the UCS Star Destroyer, and they're also giving you modifications so you can change it up slightly. This is to change the support structure, it looks like. Yeah, so it looks like what they're doing is changing the support structure so you can place little rooms inside, which they do show you how to build kind of step by step, which is really good, because that was something which it kind of wasn't necessary for the Star Destroyer, as I've got the Star Destroyer and I wouldn't open it up. I've got the Falcon as well, which is detailed, and I don't open that up. But these rooms do look really good, and it would definitely be nice to have something in there. So just kind of knowing there's something in there, it just feels much better. So we might try to do this. I might try and make a video out of it. If you'd like that, then be sure to leave a comment and I will definitely do that, or as well as I can with the pieces. But also it looks like each month they give you a different technique, and I presume it's going to be this build style, which looks really cool. That's a very unique and cool build looking kind of style. It's got a hat in there, wow. And that's kind of like an entire building with that build design, which looks great. So this is another section of it, and it's called the month in Machs, and they kind of just show off different Machs, and they pick a selection of Machs each month and kind of just show them off, which some of these are really cool. That the theatre looks great. Oh right, okay, so this moves the back section, it looks like, so you can change the rooms, I think. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but that looks very complicated and confusing. So at the back here they've got a list of LEGO events, one for January, February. So it's going for the entire year of 2020. They've got a breakdown of every LEGO event, which is really helpful. For example, you know, you've got the Brick Show in the UK. It tells you when it is, so the 15th of February, and it tells you where and what's going on there, and it does that for each event, and not just in the UK, there's the US there as well. But that's really good how they've given you a breakdown of a lot of the LEGO events that are going on in 2020, as it gets quite confusing because there's so many everywhere. It's nice to have it written down and listed for you right there. So that is pretty much it for the Blocks magazine for February. I think it was really good. There's lots of very interesting things to read and look at there. I can't wait to have a closer look at the UCS Star Destroyer modifications, as I will definitely have a look at kind of doing them and maybe making a video out of it. As I said a minute ago, just leave a comment and let me know, and I'll definitely get around to doing that. But I will leave a link in the description below if you would like to subscribe to the Blocks magazine. You can get it digitally like I've done here, or you can also get it in the kind of handheld paper form, which is completely up to you. I prefer it in the digital form, as you kind of keep them forever and you don't lose them or rip them and things like that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the February's edition of the Blocks magazine. If you did enjoy these kinds of videos and want me to do more, then be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribing, as it really does help the channel out. But that's going to do it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.